Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Three Spurs Boys.
Welcome to Off the Pitch, in fact, with the Three Spurs Boys. Thank you for joining us again today. It's Off the Pitch.
Off the pitch.
Off the pitch. And we are again joined. So we're really lucky enough to have something put together for us there, and I don't know what that just was and happened. Hopefully it does not show up in the stream, but we will find out soon enough. So before we have any more technical issues here, because obviously for some reason our computer wants to give us a hard time today, and hopefully it will not give our guest a hard time because he's kind enough to take time out of his day and join us on this very special occasion. Now, we've got somebody that has been kind enough to give us his time, who's given his time to entertaining the world. He's been on stage, he's been in TV, he's been in movies, he has provided joy, entertainment, laughs, tears, maybe some moments of frustration, depending on the character who is playing. But those are all questions he will answer himself. But the best part in all this introduction is, of course, my favorite part about him is he's a Spurs fan! Go on, Spurs! Please, everybody, join us in welcoming Mr. David J. Biscoe.
Hello.
Hello, David.
Hi, guys.
Perfect.
How you doing?
Working good. We are doing well, sir.
Great shirts. I like the shirts.
Thank you. We
Thank
were
you.
just kind enough to have them printed up by our friend, Mr. Beatty. We will be putting a nice little promo video for him to say thank you. And Josh, the Tottenham guy, he was kind enough to put our logo together with our name and put the cockerel into the Canadian flag. So, of course, we can't have red on here, even though the Canadian flag is red. So, got to make it Tottenham. Got to make it Tottenham.
You wouldn't forego that then.
No, he can't be putting any red on here. It's not allowed. The only red that's allowed is that one in the Canadian flag that's in their little FIFA cards. That's the only thing we will accept down here.
And the live.
And the live thing doesn't show up on the screen, so it's okay.
Um,
For us. That's just for us. Yeah, that's okay. So, how are you today, sir?
I'm good, actually. It's been really hot here today, so I've just been working on a beehive that I've just recently acquired. So that's going to be a little new project coming
You're
up.
gonna make your own honey?
Yeah.
Nice. Actually, I have friends of mine that own a nursery, and they work with the Mennonites from the Amish county that's close to them, and they have a beehive production facility set up basically in their backyard.
Oh,
And
that's good.
20 of those little bee houses things, and
Yeah.
when I see these guys go out there, the beekeepers, it's amazing when they pull these things out and they're just absolutely covered in bees, and they have no fear.
I don't understand the ones that can pull the frames out without gloves.
And that's what these guys are doing. There's one young kid that goes back there, no gloves, doesn't even put the helmet on, nothing, just puts the bodysuit on.
No, I don't think I'm that brave.
I know I'm not that brave to go up to one bee more or less a whole sheet of them that I'm going to pull out a sheet of honeycomb from their house. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, me neither.
So let's get you started here because we don't want to be taking up too much of your time here. So where do you want to start, pal? What do you got for David?
Welcome, David, and thanks for joining us.
I don't know.
And
You're
thanks for
welcome.
why did you decide to become an actor?
An actor. Oh, he's an actor.
Or a
Actor.
thespian. It was something that I always did at school. I did pretty good at school. We used to have, I don't know if you have drama lessons over in Canada, but we had drama lessons, and it was something I always did. But I was also good at drawing and painting. Excuse the noise, my daughter's just coming in.
Hello.
Come and say hello, Shannon. Come and say hello. No. Yeah, so I was always good at painting and drawing as well. So it was, but when you, do you do options when you get to your final years?
Yes. So basically,
yeah. So I could only take one option.
Oh,
of the
okay.
art. So I took the drawing and painting because I felt there was a little bit more into that. But it always stuck with me. And then when I left school, I just started working, as you do, pottering around in different jobs. And then I got an opportunity for this place called Nevenden Manor in Wickford that put live events on for people.
Okay. So that was a stage production then.
Yeah, but they were live interactive. It was all outside. She had 7 acres of land, and I did prosthetic makeups and things like that as well in there, and building sets. And then I found out there was a local indie film being made. So I put my name down, went along to there, and then from there, everything else sort of people, as we said earlier, people in the community say, "Oh, get onto this agent, and they'll get work for you, and look out for this job that's coming up." And it just spiraled. So I've been quite fortunate.
But you had to start at the grassroots level, basically. You had to work yourself up. You had to go from basically being a stagehand and everything, doing production build-up, setups and stuff like you said at the stages. And
yeah, but at a later stage in my life, I mean, not sort of as soon as I left school, because I did a bit of roofing. Even now, I still do gardening to keep, because acting work is few and far between. So I go out and during the week I'll do some gardens for people,
right,
to keep the money rolling in.
Yeah, right. And it is a very tough industry. It's a very, very tough industry to make it. And you've got some credits behind you, though. You've been doing this for a long time. You've appeared in quite a few different things now. That being said, you've played several different roles, from a priest all the way to a soldier in your productions. What role do you feel that you played that you could best at a personal level relate to?
Probably like government officials, like CID or police or something like that.
Okay.
Because I did a little bit of when I left school, I did about a year in special constabulary as a police officer. And when I went to go in to do the test, I damaged my knee because I used to do martial arts, and I tore the cartilage in my knee, and so I couldn't go for all the tests. So I had to pull out of that. But that was something I wanted to do as well, police.
Oh, okay. So then that makes sense.
I think
explains why those
carry that off better than most other sort of roles. And in fact, it's what I think to get a lot of.
Oh, you're breaking.
Pardon?
Oh no, you were just breaking up there for a little second on us there.
Oh, sorry, you froze there.
No, I hope we're not going to have this problem again now with this internet thing.
Yeah.
No, so far, we're still going. All right, you wanna ask your question then? I have a feeling we're gonna have to make this a quick one today before we end up losing our stream.
Who's your favorite all-time footballer?
Ask again.
Oh, who's your favorite all-time footballer?
All-time favorite footballer.
Yep.
That's a really difficult one. I'd like to say Glenn Hoddle, but I think for me it's going to be Paul Gascoigne.
Oh,
he was just such a powerhouse, and he always did something unexpected. But you knew Glenn Hoddle, he was going to ping the passes, he was going to score amazing goals and that. But Gazza had this ability to roll off of people and just pull amazing things out of the hat. Definitely for me, I think he's up there. A lot of people disagree, I know. Who are yours?
All time? Manuel Neuer.
Who's your favourite footballer?
Manuel Neuer, all time.
Oh, we lost.
No, Manuel Neuer.
We lost again.
The Germany goalkeeper. Can you hear us?
I think you're breaking up on my end. I don't know if it's my end or yours.
Wi-Fi talking. Yeah, it looks like it's on our end. I don't know why we're having such a hard time today. I'm sorry about this, David. Okay. How is that now? Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
sorry about
that.
He was just saying his favorite player is Manuel Neuer. You can hear us? Yeah?
Yeah. That's okay, no problem.
Oh man.
That's okay. That's okay now.
It's okay now. Okay, so he
keep
was
keep
saying,
sort of freezing. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
My favorite all-time player is Manuel Neuer, the German goalkeeper.
man. Yeah, would you like to see him at Spurs?
oh, yeah,
Of course. He's one of the
Manuel
players that can get the
Neuer.
ball up.
over Lloris.
Hello.
Okay, Luis, flexibility, phenomenal. Ball
Oh
distribution,
man.
diving, phenomenal. Captain, amazing. But Manuel Neuer is just a complete
Yeah.
set. Ball comes back, he could cover for Dyer's pace.
Man,
He could cover for Ben Davies
Yeah.
at Dyer's pace. He could get
Yeah.
the ball up.
he would have been good at Spurs, wouldn't he?
He could create phenomenal.
Good shout. Good shout. Yeah, for me personally, I'm have to go back to when I started watching Spurs, and the reason I started watching Spurs. So Teddy Sheringham for me.
For me, it's Heung-min's son.
Yeah, he's a big Sonny fan over here.
Oh yeah, he's my favourite at the moment. He's but as soon as he signed, he just has this smile on his face all the time.
Yeah. He's just you gotta love him. Gotta love him. Like you said, he's always playing with a smile. So
Okay.
he's got a tough one for you now, David.
Okay.
What do you prefer, Marvel or DC?
I want to say I like them both for different reasons. DC's a little bit darker, and I like dark. I'm a big horror fan, and so I like the darkness of DC. But Marvel can be like that because Wolverine, that one where you're seeing him chopping people up and their body
Yeah,
parts flying all over the place. So, but I'll go with DC. I think.
Sticking with DC, okay. Then you got more parts to that one, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Don't be upset with him. Don't be upset with him. It's okay. It's okay. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. If you're gonna ask him his choice, you have to respect his answer. Don't cry. So then you pick, and then
Okay. Would you, if you were to be in DC now, would you rather be a hero or a villain?
A villain.
a villain.
Yeah.
Oh, you think he'd play a good baddie?
Yeah, and I think a lot of American films always seem to cast English baddies, British
That's
guys
true,
as baddies.
actually, yes.
So yeah, I think I'd stand more of a chance, and it's something I've never done. So yeah, I think I would like to try that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And then he's got another tier to that, or do you want to come back to that part then? You want to do that part right now too? Okay,
No.
since he's already on it, yeah, go for
Now,
it.
if you're in DC and you're a villain, do you want to be an existing character or do you want to make up your own?
I'd make up my own because other people have played them, haven't they? So you know, like if I wanted to be a hero, I'd find it really hard trying to step into, say, Jason Momoa's footsteps. I suppose Batman you could probably do because he's behind a mask and he's changed so many times. But yeah, I think I'd make up my own.
Wow. Then that leads you. That's perfect because what does that lead you right into? He's setting you up perfectly here. But problem is he's going to make you go through all your questions, and then you're going to sit here quietly.
Okay.
So should we put that on hold and come back to that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
But
put that one on hold
it's-
for a second.
It's all part of it.
I know it is all part of it. Okay, then.
It's
Sorry,
all
you're the
part-
boss. You're the boss. Sorry.
Now, as a villain in DC with a made-up character, which 3 superpowers would you like to have?
I'd like to have superpowers, healing.
Healing?
Oh,
like
regeneration.
Wolverine. So
Yeah.
so,
All right, 2 more.
Well, actually, you want Deadpool because his regeneration is 10 times higher.
Yeah.
10 times
10
Yeah,
times higher
Deadpool,
than Wolverine.
faster.
yeah. Also, speed, be able to move fast. And the third one, I think, would like laser eyes or something like that.
Now that's your villain power right there. The laser
That's a
eyes.
villain power. You're right. That is.
What
That
about
is a
Superman?
perfect villain power.
I don't like Superman.
What about that one guy from X-Men? I forgot his name.
Cyclops. They're villains.
Cyclops.
Really. They're villains. They're villains.
Yeah.
Name
villains.
name 3 villains with laser eye powers.
David, and David. There you go. Bonus points for me for getting all 3 right. Now, David, let's get into a little bit about football because it is supposed to be a football-related channel. So we might as well talk a little bit about football. Now, England has been poor. We know that we're down.
I think they're losing currently, aren't they?
They're down 2-0 currently to
Hungary.
Hungary.
So,
they've been poor. They've been poor to watch. They've been poor set up. Tactically, they've been set up poorly. We're all questioning Southgate's ability to get the best out of the squad, even though he got them to the finals and a semi-final. Do you think he can lead us to World Cup glory?
No. I think he's had enough time to work out a system that works with the players that he's got.
Yes.
So now suddenly start saying, "Oh, we're going to start playing and try different systems." You've had time to do that since you've been there. How long's he been there? 6 years, 7 years more now?
It is the 6th. Oh my God, 6 years already. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So he's had plenty of time and plenty of friendlies to try different systems.
I think it's actually longer. Hold on a second. I'm curious now. You know what? I have to look this up now out of curiosity here. I think it might be longer. I think this is his second year. I'm pretty sure it's longer actually. But Jay, you want to go into your question there while I just quickly look this up?
I have to think about that. I'm also very curious. It's going to take like 3 seconds.
Okay. Then let's look it up quickly. Gareth Southgate, football manager. They even have him listed as a football manager. No, that's funny. No, you're right. 6 years. Yeah, since 2016, he became the England national team manager. Straight after his.
Oh my God!
Wow, are you kidding me?
Holy!
Wow!
I just
4-0.
4-0. He's doomed. He's doomed.
Hungary.
A defensive manager might
Hungary.
And he played a strong team, so there's something not right. I mean, how can Kane not score against them?
That is 2-0.
Just bizarre.
I'm waiting for us.
Check stats. Honestly.
I'm waiting. We'll worry about that later. Okay. I'm waiting for the Scooby-Doo moment to come up and somebody go up behind Gareth Southgate, rip off his mask and expose Nuno or something.
Yeah. If it weren't for those pesky villains.
I was just upstairs when I was rebooting the internet and everything, and that's when it went to 2-0.
2-0, yeah.
And they popped 2 more in the last 10 minutes of the game. That's just wow. Yeah, sorry, Southgate.
And that's embarrassing.
I think it's time to start Sackgate.
Yes.
Yeah, Gareth Sackgate. That's his new name. That's what it should be. Get Graham Potter in right now.
Instead of Bosphorus, we should do.
Oh
no!
Oh man!
Oh man!
Oh man! There you go. We'll come up with something.
My question time. Who is your favorite actor that you would have loved to work with, and why?
Oh.
And if you don't say Tom Hanks, I'll be very displeased.
You can't tell him what to say. I'm told
I was thinking
that's what answers you want to hear, okay?
I was actually just going to say Tom Hanks.
No, I'm kidding. Choose one.
Because he's so versatile.
Oh, you did choose Tom
So
Hanks.
you took Tom Hanks. See? You influenced his decision.
No, I was thinking Tom Hanks. It's Tom Hanks. Brad Pitt's another one I like. And English actors. I did work with him, Anthony Hopkins.
You worked with Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, on King Lear. We did King Lear over at Dover Castle in England.
How is he in person?
He was brilliant. I mean, he'd rapped and he stayed a good hour behind, having photos of all the extras and talking to them and stuff like that.
I've heard he's a
really, really nice.
I've heard he's a
not many actors will do that. Not many actors will take.
I was going to say no. His time, I'm sure, is valuable, and I'm sure he's fed up of being pulled apart anytime he's in public or anything like that. You know, when you get to that caliber, you don't even have a life, right? You don't have a personal life.
And it was really cold down there. It was November, so it's sort of middle of winter, coming up to the middle of winter, and it was bitterly cold. The wind going through there, and he just never faltered. He was really, really good.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. And now you've done that part, so we will let's save those for a minute because you got to do all that superhero stuff at once. So
There's only one question.
And it wasn't
That
all question.
sucks.
You decided to make it all one question.
Yeah.
It was
You
all one
decided that.
topic, but you decided to just let me just take over the whole stream and make it one Spurs boy instead of three
Okay.
Spurs boys.
Rock, paper, scissors. Battle.
Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, rock, paper, scissors. Go on
Yeah,
then.
get ready. No, this is between him and David. He wants that challenge, David.
Oh,
David,
you're
you remember how to
challenging
play?
me,
Yeah,
okay.
you ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go again, go again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
He beat
I
you.
beat you.
No, it's best out of three. Best out of
Best out of three. Oh,
Best
okay,
out
now
of
we
three.
know what the stream. Next half hour is going to be this.
Rock,
What? This is when our internet's going to go down.
scissors.
This is when we lose
Shoot.
connection.
It looks like it's about.
He's cheating. I'm cheating.
No, I saw a hand.
I win. I'm kidding.
I win. It's my show. I win.
Hold on, I did a
Rock.
4.5.
Paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoe.
Oh,
I beat you.
he beat you.
That's it. We got to kick you off the stream. We got to kick you off the stream. That
That
was
is best
three.
out of three.
No,
Best out of 5, best out of 7, best out of 20. We're going to be here all day with this kid.
I go for that.
All right. So now, David, we've seen some movement. We've seen something in the Spurs community and Spurs as a fan base that we have not seen in a very, very long time, which makes me think I'm dreaming and I need to be pinched, or hell has officially frozen over. We have announced Foster, Perisic. Now we're going to announce Basuma shortly.
Yeah.
Jeff Spence is pretty much almost finalized. That's
Yes,
four
I'll see that.
players in the door for what would be a total cost currently of $45 million that can impact our team. This is not Tottenham's business model, and it has not been for years.
Yep.
Are you excited about how this transfer window has already started off in terms of what we're getting done?
I am. I think after when the window closed and getting the first on a free, I thought, oh, that's going to be it, and then it will be all lastminute.com.
Yes, like usual.
But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's still shrewd business because we're not spending a lot. My only concern is the homegrown quota, because if you take into account it's okay in the Premier League with Eric Dyer and Ben Davis and Joe Rodon, but when you go into Champions League, they're not classed as homegrown. So I don't know how they're going to.
Yeah, they're not.
They must have other players up their sleeves that they're going to bring in.
Well, if we finalize Jed Spence and then with Foster, that's 2 homegrowns we get in.
Yeah.
So what
But
is
then
it?
you're going to lose
You have to have
Harry
8
Winks.
squad, right? So
Yeah, I think
we've
we'll lose
got to
Harry
put
Winks,
Winks
won't
out. I think that his time has come to an end, unfortunately. I've always liked him as a person. As a
Yeah.
player, I just I can't give him the credit that I'd love to give him.
I'm the same.
I just
We always
never
seem to
read
get-
anything bad about him or anything. Unfortunately, he just doesn't have that ability. If we ourselves, as a Spurs fan base, want a higher level and we want more from our team, it's not going to happen with mediocre or average players that we have hopes for. We
No.
need proven players that are going to get it done. And speaking of proven players, and you've already touched on the fact that we had a very frugal, smart business-wise window thus far in terms of the expenditure, and we've got a lot still sitting in the bank ready to spend. I want you to pick one marquee player out there that's a realistic target that we should bring in that would be the crown jewel of this transfer window.
I can't think of any, to be honest. I really can't. I can't think of any that I think that we could definitely get.
No, even a target, even somebody that like even a Bastoni or something like that, or a Bremer or Botman.
Bastoni would be good. I think Bastoni would be good, but
yeah,
I think he's already said that he's staying, isn't he?
Well, the grumblings with him are it's kind of like a Harry Kane situation. Academy player, Spurs fan growing up, through and through, bleeds blue. And from my understanding, now I've got to check this because I've been saying this all day and I said it on different streams, and I'm going to probably end up looking like a fool here, or a muppet, as you guys like to call. And I'm concerned that I might get this right. No, Muppets, okay. You like the Muppets?
Did I say Muppet?
You could say Muppet.
Christian,
Budgie,
you're a Muppet.
you're a
You can't
Muppet.
call
You're a
each other a Muppet on a live stream, though.
I knew he was gonna say.
Make sure you do that stuff when you're at grandma's house.
Okay.
But okay, enough with the Muppet thing. You made me lose my train of thought here. Now, what I was going to say.
You wanted to check something.
So now I understand that he just had a child. So if he's so happy at the club, homegrown player, academy player, loves the club, loves the badge, loves the city, his family's there, him having a child, I think we would be making a very big mistake of forcing Inter into a sale. Now, we know Inter wants money and they need money. And the rumor mill is saying that they have gone to Bastoni and said, look, you can help your club by leaving, in fact, right now. We'll bring you back in the future. You will come back home eventually. But for right now, we kind of need you to help the club by moving on. Now, that being said, I don't want a player to be forced upon us.
No, you're right. Because he's never going to feel at home. He's never going to be settled. I mean, look at Tanguy. He was never ever settled here.
Exactly.
He didn't really want to be here.
Nope.
And now we're stuck with him. Is there any rumours on him going anywhere?
Right now, it's what did they say? 35 million euro or something?
I thought it was like 45.
No, for Tanguy.
Oh, for Tanguy.
Euros sometime.
Yeah.
I think it was like 32 or 35 is
35.
Is the most we'll get from him. When we paid close to 80, isn't it? For
Yeah, you've got to take the loss. I mean, you're making up for it in the shrewd business that you're doing now. You made up for it for qualifying for Champions League.
Yes.
So I think you can afford to take that loss.
And I think before Conte, it wouldn't have happened. It would have never have happened before Conte, whereas Levy would have considered taking a loss on the player because being a businessman, you can't have a loss. You have to obviously have some sort of a recoup value. So I think Conte is basically saying, look at the difference in the squad when we shipped out Ndombele, slow, and Dye My Hair Ali. And just, once we got rid of them, the team, even though we were left short-handed, played better.
Yeah. One thing I will say is I did like Gio. He was like an Eric Lamela. He came on and put himself about. But was he good enough? I don't think he was.
I honestly think he was left lacking a little bit of pace there. What do you like?
Yeah.
You liked Lo Celso, didn't you? No,
when he was playing with Lamela, they had a good understanding and they were playing some nice football between them.
But just as quick as that came, it faded away. But at that time, I also think that we also had an inexperienced manager and there was no systems in place. Now we finally have a vision.
So do you not find that we always have these players that show promise, like the Harry Winkses and Tom Huddlestons and that they sort of go on this trajectory like that, and you expect them to peak that, but then they level off and never improve. They just get to a certain level.
Yeah.
And it's always I've always noticed that with us. We get a lot of players like that.
Yeah, well, that's what we feel happened with Winks, right? So,
yeah,
there's a few players in the squad that we could say, like, we rewind 1 year, and I don't think there's many fans that weren't gonna. Now, this is going to be very unpopular with the person to my right, but there wasn't many people that weren't calling for Davies or Dyer's head, and now he's Dyer's his number one guy, but now all of a sudden they just did so much better and made them better. So we didn't see that with Winks. So that's why to me Winks is at the write-off point.
No, exactly. I know you can say he didn't get the game time, but he was just too negative for me.
Very.
And he was too predictable. Other players that are playing against him knew if he was going to press him, he was just going to turn around and pass it back.
Yep. Or sideways. If you're lucky, he might pass it sideways. So,
pardon?
I said if we were lucky, he might pass it sideways. But
sorry, you broke up there.
Uh-oh, not again. Come on.
Yeah.
We're good? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying if we were lucky, he might pass it sideways instead of back all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of sad when Winks is passing partner is Lloris. that was an issue as far as I'm concerned. But
Yeah, and you know, going back to Neuer. Going back to Neuer, that's one thing with Lloris. His distribution isn't very good,
Yeah. Manuel Neuer.
which is a concern.
yeah, but you know, who's out there right now that we would realistically be able to replace Lloris with?
Manuel Neuer.
Well, you wouldn't, would you? I think that's why Forster. Yeah, and I think that's why Forster is a good move. Because
I would have loved to have seen Nick Pope
goal.
come in, to be honest with you.
Yeah, isn't Ben Forster like 30 something?
He's 29, yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was like 30.
Yeah.
No, Foster's 29.
Oh.
29.
Yeah, so he's got these goalies last till 36, 37, no problem. Look at Buffon is still what? He's 41 or 42
Manuel
now.
Neuer is gonna last forever.
But in the video, kind of looked like Foster had white hair like you.
Foster looks like he has white hair like me, so I look like a 29-year-old. Is that what you're saying? Thank you.
No,
he looks like a 40-year-old.
Okay, this is where I tell you boys as lovingly as I can to shut up.
Who is the most inspiring person you have worked with, and why are they inspiring?
Who I've worked with,
No, you can miss that.
I think anybody that's prepared to give their time for free. They inspire me. People with disabilities that get up and go about their daily business and do things that we all take for granted. They inspire me. Not I've worked with many of them, but there's a couple that I have that, you know, guy in a wheelchair that I know, and it's always out and about, always working hard and doing what he does. That's really inspiring, because especially when I wake up and I've got a few aches and pains and I think, oh, I don't really want to do anything today. And you think those people are going through difficulties all their life and they get up and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's pointing at me because I've got a severe back issue. And in fact, it's been flaring up the last few days. I got nerve damage in my neck. I had a really bad car accident years back. So unfortunately, when I wake up in the morning, it's a creak and a crack and a struggle just to get up out of the bed.
Yeah,
but,
it's debilitating.
It's a slow start, but I always kind of look at the fact that at least I'm able to get up and out of bed, and
yeah,
you know, I take that as a blessing, basically. And we always try to look at the silver lining. We're very quick to look at the negative side of life. It's very easy to do that. It's hard to remember the good things in it, right? So
yeah,
I actually really like your answer there in terms of what you guys are picking with with what somebody that inspires you and everything. You know, you had the opportunity there to name drop anybody that you've been around: directors, actors, production people.
I will name drop Brian Daigle, because for him to come over and do what he did, largely alone, getting flack off of the Levy Lovies, and still sticking with it. Yeah, so big up to Brian
Daigle. You guys don't big up your Uncle Brian?
Big up Mr. F Man.
Uncle F Man to them.
yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? It's fun. I'm glad you actually say that, David, because it's very rare that you see that lone wolf kind of taking on the herd. You know, and Brian was forced to do that at times. There was there was a lot of virtual support.
Yeah,
but when push came to shove, unfortunately, he had a handful of people out there with him, and I
mean, when we went down on transfer deadline day on in January, I was really expecting to see a lot more people there.
Yeah, and there was just maybe what was about 20 people or something like that, 30 people.
Yeah,
you know, and that's disappointing. It's disappointing, especially when you have so many keyboard warriors hacking away, typing and tweeting and all these other social media avenues that they're voicing their displeasure, and yet they can't hop on a bus or hop in their car and take a 15-20 minute drive and give up an hour of their life to, you know, be there physically and make a stand and show force and numbers kind of thing, because that's the way these things get resolved.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's by some mad miracle, though, it seems like your efforts didn't go unrealized, because look where we are now. All of a sudden, you know, we're talking about 4 potential players within
Yeah.
4 days of the transfer window opening. So
When we're talking about making a loss on Tanguy and Dembele, so does this mean that Daniel Levy has? Because when he said, "Oh, he's handed everything over to Paratici," I'm like, "Cobblers, he wouldn't do that. There's no way he would do that because he's, it's all money."
yeah,
And I know he has the final say on the deal, on the wages and things like that. But has he handed that over? Is that Paratici saying, "Just get rid of this guy"?
yeah, and I think it's Conte pretty much and the Paratici combination basically saying, look, I don't care what you're paying a player. If he's a piece of crap, he's a piece of crap. If he's creating discord in the dressing room, he's creating issues, and he's bringing in this black cloud diseased mentality into the club.
Yeah.
Arsenal did it. They turned around and shipped out Aubameyang. They got rid of what was arguably their best player at the time.
Yeah.
And now, of course, I'm happy they did it because, well, I think it cost them. Them keeping him could have been the potential of them finishing above us, and I'm happy they did get rid of him.
Yep.
But
Yes.
I'm also glad that they made a stance though, because as far as I'm concerned, especially with the recent Mbappe deal, I think the players are just getting way too much power. Like Mbappe is the one. You guys know that Mbappe had the actual final say to say he wanted Poch out.
I told you that.
Yeah. So you told me that. So there you go.
Yeah, but I'm the one who told Baji that.
Oh,
You
told him.
You didn't even know he was sacked.
You
didn't
guys
even
all know
he was
everything.
sacked. I told you he was
I forgot.
sacked.
Yes, David. I have the
told you he
smartest
was
children
sacked
in the
last
world. Oh, hold on a second. I've been trying to get a live stream of them fighting for a year now. Go ahead. Go at it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yes, in the corner, fighting in the blue corner, coming in, weighing 5. Oh, nice. Fake injury. Man down.
You know he does that. When he covers his eyes like that with his mouth.
Yellow card.
Oh, sorry about it.
He got you? Did he get you good?
Is he all right there?
He got you good? No, he's right up your alley. He's an actor.
Yep.
An actor.
An actor.
Is that what you want to do when you leave school?
Normally 8 times.
Yeah, but you never know. Sorry?
Is that what you want to do? You want to leave when you leave school? Going to do acting?
What do you want to do when you leave school?
I want to be a scientist.
Oh, that's a good one. What sort of science?
What else? Okay. Don't touch him again.
What sort of science?
What kind of science do you want to do?
Astronomy and astrology.
That's good.
Yeah,
we don't. I don't know, but we don't see many stars here because of the light pollution.
Oh right, yeah. But you got 65 million people living on an island.
Yeah,
but even here,
I go out. Used to go with binoculars and try and see. You can see a few, but it's not as like when you go to places like Australia and look up.
It's the same thing here, though. Like where we are, you'll have a handful. Once you drive an hour north, because you're out in the country and out in the boonies with the woods and everything, and where the bears are, and then you see it's lit up. It's absolutely beautiful, and what a difference is, like you said, that light pollution and I guess the buildup of smog over our cities and whatever else there potentially could be here. So, but go ahead. You got a question for David there?
Okay. Would you rather see England win the Euros or the World Cup, or would you rather see Tottenham win the Premier League or the Champions League?
I want to see Tottenham win.
Tottenham. Ooh.
You'd rather Tottenham success over England success?
Yeah. As much as I love watching England football team, that's for me. It's got to be club over country.
Now, that being said, I forgot to even ask you, how long have you been a Spurs fan?
Life since I was born. Well, say since I was born, but yeah.
And is it a generational thing where your father?
No, my brother's an Arsenal fan. Funny enough.
I'm sorry. What was that?
My brother's an Arsenal fan.
Can you watch your language? We got kids here, please.
Exactly. So you can imagine what our household was like.
So he's the black sheep of the family. Okay, go on.
Yeah. But my late wife, all her family were from Tottenham. So and it was the one thing that her dad had said to me when we first met. He said, "What team do you support?" I went, "Spurs." He went, "You lucky boy."
Good
Because I didn't
answer,
even
good
know. She
answer.
never spoke to me about football, so I didn't know where they were all from and all that. So, yeah, it's quite nice. And he got me stewarding down there when I think I was 17.
At White Hart Lane.
Yeah. He
Wow.
said,
That
don't
was
go
a
through the
steward,
book
though, right?
because I was underage. He was in charge of the security there.
They
And,
they don't know what a steward is. Do you mind explaining exactly to them what you were doing while you were
so
there?
you're basically standing in the aisles and watching out for trouble in the,
All those
if
guys
any away fans get in there and kick off.
Oh, yeah.
Or-
All the guys you see in the yellow jackets around the stands.
Yeah,
basically
I used to have
the
this.
That's a steward.
That's a steward. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and I used to have this old lady. She was in a wheelchair, and I used to fold her wheelchair up and then hold her arm and walk her down the stairs, things like that.
okay.
And I think you had to be. I'm pretty sure you had to be 18, and I was 17. But because he was in charge of security, he said, "Don't go through the club because they will end up putting you in the car park." And so we got me and my brother-in-law, and we was right near the tunnel of the West Stand.
And sorry, this was your father-in-law. You said had a connection.
Yeah.
Over there? Does
But
he still have that connection? Because these guys.
No, sadly he passed away in 1987.
Oh, a long time ago now, man.
So yeah, but he got me the job there stewarding, which is really good.
That must have been an experience, though. You must have been at some crazy games. And
the thing was, because all the other stewards in that section, we used to get like a minibus and go to the away games. We'd hire a minibus in the car, so we used to go to a lot of away games back then.
And that was the club sending you?
No, that was we just went on our own. We'd pay because we weren't paying for the home games. We could afford to go to the away games.
Gotcha.
I would never been able to pay for both.
No,
it's a struggle now with the prices now to get to the games.
Oh, you got to factor in my situation here, David. I got to pay for 3 airline tickets at minimum.
Yeah.
Then, room and board, thankfully, we're taken care of. My family's there. My wife's family's there in London. And it's just...
that's inspiring. Someone that can get their family and say, right, we're going to go and watch this club that we all love.
Oh, I'm dead set. Like
I've been miles to do that. That's just incredible.
Oh, it's my bucket list. I've made it very clear to my wife. We've been married 21 years this year. She's from Greenford. My family's actually from Leicester, and every time I've been there, it ends up
Gary Lineker territory.
There you go, baby. So perfect. And she's a big Lineker fan, actually. But we're always just stuck visiting family and this and that. So I made it very clear the next time I set foot on English soil, you're not going to see me for 3 days. I will be in Tottenham. I'm going to be meeting my newfound YouTube family here, that the community that has adopted me. I'm looking forward to getting to know a lot of them and meeting a lot of them, getting to a game, seeing the new stadium. I want to absorb the whole atmosphere. I want to be there a good couple hours before the game. I want to do the stadium tour. And I just want to be, I wanted to be a proper tourist. I want to do all the tourist stuff. I want to do all the things that are going to make Brian Daigle very mad at me. I will go to the club shop. I will buy something, only the first time visit. And, hopefully he doesn't get too upset with me there, but it should go well. I'm really, really looking forward to doing something with them, because that stadium, it's something I must see in my lifetime. And I'll assume you've gone to a game there already.
Yeah, you've got to. If you come all that way, you can't go on.
I'm sorry?
I would like to do the Skywalk. I've not done that yet, or the stadium tour, to be honest.
Oh, you haven't done those, but you've gone to a game, right?
Yeah. I went to the final, the Champions League final, when they had the TV screens there.
Oh, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. You guys would have liked that. You go watch it on the Jumbotron with all the fans and everything. Yeah.
What you were saying before, you're talking about with us, right?
Oh yeah, with you or without you, whatever. I mean, no, of course, of course with you. Of course with you. I've got Carry On.
But what do you think on the possible return of Eriksen? Would you have him back or no?
Yeah.
You would. I'm kind of on the fence.
I'm on the fence too, only because of the way he left. But then when you look at the way he left, there was a lot of factors in that we don't know about. There was a lot of things going on behind the scenes as well. His wife wasn't happy. She wanted to leave England. Now, I still recall in that documentary, that Amazon thing that was done, where he's talking to Levy about it. And Levy flat out says, look, this is not about money. We've offered you the same money. And he says, no, this is not about money. I want a new challenge. So I personally, I guess, being a little bit older, being a father, I can appreciate the fact that he kind of wanted to maybe move on and realize that the grass is not greener on the other side. I shouldn't have left home, and now he wants to come home. I know a lot of people are against the idea, and they feel that he abandoned us in the last year that he was with us, that he checked out, he wasn't playing properly, this and that. Well, are those the same people that were ragging on Kane at the beginning of the season because he didn't get his move to Man City and he was checked out at the beginning of the season? And then all of a sudden he turns it on and he showed us that, why we love him and why he is the, captain of the England.
You could see the thinking with Kane. I mean, he's had all the promises from Daniel Levy. Yeah. Gets Pochettino, all the players loved. He gets sacked. So that must have been a bit of a heartbreak. They was all gutted about that.
Yeah.
And then they get in Jose Mourinho. So he's probably thinking, oh, so actually we have got ambition.
Yeah.
We're getting in this top manager. And then he gets sacked 6 days before cup final. And you could just see Kane's heart being snapped in half. Yeah. And then right over the summer just to bring in Nuno. So I was fully behind Kane. I know people say, no, yeah, but he's playing for the club. But once your heart's been stomped on like that, it's very difficult to pick yourself up. Yeah. And then once he brings Conte in, you see his level go back up again.
Yeah, you want to add something? Go ahead. Chime in whenever you want.
But Eriksen, I'm still on the fence. I don't know whether he would have an impact.
What do you think? Do you think Eriksen will be able to come back and have an impact?
Yeah.
Why? I got a question.
Because his free kicks are really good. His playmaking is really good too.
Yeah, and I honestly think with Bissouma and Skip and Højbjerg, if we can put him in front of the two and go to a 3-man midfield and let him roam, he's very, very open and good in that role. And I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. What about you, kid?
I just love Eriksen. He's the reason I became
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Eriksen is the reason he
as long as he don't take corners.
I'm sorry?
As long as he don't take corners.
Say what?
As long as he doesn't take
corners. As long as he doesn't take the corners.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. First Man, yeah. Yeah, no, he always hits the first man on a corner. Yeah.
But that's true. He's like a cheap, easy way, Ward-Prowse, instead of paying $75 million.
Yeah, I'm not paying $75 million for Ward-Prowse.
And
ridiculous.
He's almost as good as free kicks.
Ward-Prowse is brilliant, but that is so overpriced, isn't it?
Oh, 75 and not even euro, 75 million pound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Van Dijk money. You want to try to say James Ward-Prowse is the same caliber as Virgil van Dijk. Absolutely unwinnable argument.
I think what they've done is just put the price up to stop people because they don't want to sell him. So
well, and there's that whole English tax thing too, right? So
yeah.
What do we do?
Now to the next question.
Oh, now to the next question. We went on long enough. Okay. So after 2 hours, yeah. 48 minutes, 2 hours, eh? This exaggeration on this guy.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Ooh.
Vanilla.
Plain vanilla?
Yes.
There you go. Is that acceptable to you?
Yeah.
We'll give him a thumbs up.
And now
I know for a fact if it was Jack, he would have went on how trash Dyer was.
Oh god.
He would be like, vanilla. Dyer is also garbage.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, he would do it. I know Jack too well.
Well, then why don't you ask him that while you're on that topic right there? Why don't you ask him that one there? Oh, now that you brought it up.
4.5 that I just figured about
4.5. Question 4.5.
What do you think of Eric Dyer?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't
trying. I've always liked him.
Yeah.
My only issue with him is just a little bit. He turns like a tank. He's a little bit, but he's solid at the back. And I think he got a bit unfortunate with his injuries and stuff. So you don't just become a bad player. He was part of the England setup, wasn't he? You don't just become a bad player.
And did you hear that? You're his new favorite actor in the world. Based on that sole answer right there.
Tom Hanks right out the window.
I don't know why, honestly, David, I don't know why he likes asking people this question, because it's a loaded question, you know, because if he doesn't like the answer, he's going to be upset. So he keeps, for some silly reason, asking this question that he winds himself up with. I don't know why, but, you know, kids, what do you do, right? What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do? Now,
Stop biting my hand.
I've got this for you, and then you can do that, and then you can do your thing there that you want to do with
Mine is
David.
hard.
Yeah, right. So you can do that there.
Okay,
No, let me ask
this
this
is my
one. No,
fifth
because yours is very hard. Let me ask David the easy one first.
Okay.
Let me ask him the easy one, because we gotta keep it balanced, the yin with the yang. Okay. If we ask him all the hard questions, he's gonna get scared. And he's gonna say, "I'm never going to the 3 Spurs boys." He's gonna go into the acting community, tell all his friends, say, "If you get a tweet or a message from these guys to come on the show, don't do it. You know, they ask you too many tough questions." I'll ask an easy one now. Okay. I'll ask an easy one now. David, we touched on this a little bit already with the potential, with the 2 confirmed signings that we have. The 2 more coming in potential just need finalization, basically. With everything that's going on, this promise that we have of this, all of a sudden, black clouds just swept right away. The sun is shining on Spurs fans, and the heavens have opened up for us, and the pearly gates have been swung open with the red carpet.
Oh, yeah.
With everything happening now, you behave. With everything happening, do you think that this is our opportunity to finally end our trophy drought?
Definitely, I definitely think that. My only worry is that we always do this, don't we? We get all excited about something. Jose Mourinho coming, we got excited. We got to the cup final, and then bang.
Yeah,
Mourinho.
It's always something that comes in, sort of punches you in the face.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think we got a top manager. We got some really good players, established players that were already at the club, like Kane and the Dyers and the 2 Bentancur and Kulishevsky. I think they were amazing. And House and Sonny. I mean, going off subject a bit. I cannot understand how any of his goals were not nominated for goal of the season. Not one.
I don't understand how the man wasn't in the PFA awards. I don't understand how he's not up for any of these. The Golden Boot winner, and not a single goal from the penalty spot.
Yeah, exactly.
That alone, right there, there should be no competition or even any nominees for what that man has done on the pitch, and done it with the damn smile. And on top of that, done it in what was classified as a mediocre team, several points in the season, under mediocre management, under displays that were just painful.
Even considering he had a handful of games where he was just non-existent.
Yes, there was at least 4 or 5 games that went through that all of us started calling for Sonny's head.
Yeah,
that was shocking to see. Shocking to see.
Yeah, I'll tell you how he's not in that. I don't know. I'd love to see the people and say who made that decision, because
some idiot that didn't get a brown envelope allegedly.
Yeah.
Now you can ask your toughie. Yeah, let him get prepared.
This
I don't know how Dyer wasn't nominated. I'm so disappointed.
Potty.
This is why I hate the Premier League.
Yes, Dyer will win the PFA next year. Okay,
Dyer's
yes, it's
gonna
so
get top
unfair.
goal scorer
It's
next
so
year. Watch.
unfair. He should have won the PFA for the amount of times he turned away from the ball.
Break the world record. How many goals you can score in
Thank God he didn't hear that.
Yep, 40 goals.
93 assists.
There you go.
Okay.
David's waiting for your question.
Now this one is a really tough one because it's a 2-parter. The first part is going to be even more harder because you're an adult. Okay.
Ooh. Right. Okay.
So the first part is the hardest one. What is your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
7 Up.
Really?
It's not bad.
I'm not a big Coke fan.
Now,
Better than Sprite.
Part.
The second part.
What's your favorite adult?
Oh, adult.
Oh, now you got me going. It's whiskies, single malts.
I knew it. I knew I was going to do something with alcohol.
You
Well,
just asked him what's your favorite alcohol drink.
I said adult.
What? That's like saying to him, what you love chocolate ice cream. So what chocolate ice cream is your favorite? There's only one answer, chocolate ice cream. Now you've got a little thing that you wanted to do with David here before we let him go, right?
Yep.
All right, David. This is a little something that the big guys put together just for you. So
We can sit back
we'll
and
sit back and
relax.
enjoy the show.
You might want to get a piece of paper, yeah? There's lots of names. No, I'm not even joking. There's so many.
You want him to
A
get
bit of paper.
No, you can reread them. Do them in sections. Do this one first. Let him pick. Then do this one. You have to reread them to him. Reread them.
Let him pick why.
Let him pick one from there and then one from here.
Okay. So I made 3 groups for you. 3 groups of players, 5 players each. And you have to choose one group, yeah?
Yeah.
In the first group, we got Harry Maguire, Kareem Benzema, Frankie De Jong, me, and Cedric Soares. Yeah? In
Yeah.
the second group, we have Prime Ronaldo, Prime Messi, Phil Jones, Rob Holding, and Tavares. Tavares. And in the third group, we have Mbappe, Van Dijk, Ben White, Jack Grealish, and him.
Why?
Which group do you choose?
None of them because they haven't got Eric
have to choose
Dyer in.
You have to choose one.
You have to pick one.
I have to pick one.
You have to pick one. There's no
I've got to
freebies
play
here, David.
devil's
There's no
advocate. I'm going
free
to play
passes.
the devil's advocate. I'm going to go the middle one, the second one.
The second one with Ronaldo, Messi, Phil Jones, Holding, and Tavares.
Yeah.
Your team's going to score like 30 goals, but also concede like 80. Phil Jones and Rob Holding and
Yeah, but-
Tavares on defense.
But
Oh,
I tell you,
and they all start. You can't sub them. You can't sell them.
I'm playing devil's advocate there because if I said the one you was in, then Little K would be upset. If I said the one that Little K was in, you'd be upset. So I've gone down the middle.
I'm better than him, though. You'd rather have Rob Holding over
Smartly
Chris?
played. That's actually, I got to give him credit. Well played, sir. Well played.
You
He
know,
picked the group that neither of you are in. Because if he picked one group or the other, then you would be able to say to him, he picked my group, not you. Or he would say to you, he picked me, not you.
I wouldn't be
So I'll
sad
be
because he
upset?
would have picked my group.
I'm still upset.
Oh, you're still upset you didn't pick you? Oh, okay. We'll talk about that at another
You know,
time.
it really made me like cry when I couldn't add Eric Dyer to this list.
Cry.
Yeah.
Couldn't have Eric Dyer.
Yeah. What are you doing? Why are you taking my paper?
Because that one's got to change.
What's got to change? No, you're there.
That changes.
Okay. Icons now. First group.
No, do the third group first.
Why?
And let me change
You're
this.
there.
Let me
You're
put-
there.
No.
Too bad. No, too bad.
Jay, let me
It's
put
my
this
list.
name. Okay.
It's my
Your
list.
list. Sorry.
That's
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
All right.
Would you
First
rather
group.
see Chewbacca or Han Solo players or striker?
Chewbacca.
All right. So the first group for the icons is Diego Maradona, Paul Maldini, Mr. Bobby K, also known as Father Dearest, Ian
Obviously, I'll
Wright,
be coaching.
and Barnes. What's his name?
John Barnes.
John Barnes.
John Barnes.
Group number 2, Teddy Sheringham, R9, like old Ronaldo, Cannavaro, Sol Campbell, and Roy Keane. And the third group, Pele, Thierry Henry, Zinedine Zidane, Pierce, and Dennis Bergkamp. Which of those three?
Robert Perez.
Number one.
Huh?
Number one.
The
Just
first
because
one?
I'm in there. Thanks, David. Maradona, Maldini, Wright, and Barnes. Oh, but he's got 2 Arsenal players in there too.
Yeah.
I know, but yeah, I hated Ian Wright when he played. I like him now as a pundit, but when he played, I hated him because he always scored, particularly against us.
Against us,
So
like
I
Henry, yeah.
think he's a good scorer.
If you got a chance, David, when you're done, we actually have a special guest appearance by Ian Wright on our channel. So
Have you?
remember when we made that Arsenal video against Newcastle? So if you, by anybody, you get a chance, you can have a look at a video just the 2 of us made to the Newcastle game reaction right after.
Oh,
they
right.
finished. It's just a quick 3-minute video. It's in our video log there, but when you get a chance, maybe check it out.
Which one?
You might like when Ian Wright is there and he's singing.
Oh, yeah. You mean before the game?
Yeah. So I can't tell David everything. It's only 3 or 4 minute long. I'm sure David can spare 4 minutes for a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, check that out, David. Definitely check that out. Now he gave you your answers. You've got the icons. You've made your squad bigger. We found out what he likes to do about acting. We found out who inspires him. We found out who he wanted to work with. We've asked him his ice cream. We've asked him what he wants to drink.
Now one more question.
One more question. No, one more question.
One
Go
more
ahead.
question. Where'd you get that lovely couch from? Leather looks so nice.
You want to go lie down on the sofa, don't you?
I'm so tired.
I can't think of the name of the company. Furniture World or something like that.
We're going
Got
to
it
England.
from.
Not
We're
for
going to
Tottenham,
England?
for Furniture World.
Okay, so David, when we come to England, Big K is going to come crash on your couch. So if you'd be
Yes.
kind enough to just send me your address, please, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Just let us know where you leave the spare key, just in case you're not there. And if you are, he's pretty big. He's 6'1" now at 15, so he should be able to come out and give you a hand with some of the gardening
6'2".
because he loves doing gardening.
First of all, 6'2". Second of all,
Right?
my legs are hurt.
He loves doing gardening,
legs are hurt.
right?
My neck hurts.
Right?
I'm gonna roll
Yeah,
this here.
yeah. Oh, your neck hurts now. All of a
I'm
sudden,
gonna
your
roll
leg
the
hurts.
way.
Oh, really? Oh, you got homework all of a sudden. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Incredible how the W word comes up, and all of a sudden I've been left abandoned alone here. Yeah, interesting.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. They're back. The work must be done. The work must be done. David, why don't you tell us about any upcoming projects that you've got going on? What is in your near future, sir?
I'm on something on Monday. Not allowed to say. But I've got to go. I've got two. Not vaccinations. 2 tests for the lurgy on Thursday and Friday for filming on Monday.
Okay.
And I had an audition yesterday for a commercial filming 4 days in Italy.
Wow.
I don't know whether I'll get that because I think I'm the wrong side of mid-50, what they were looking for. But you never know. Stranger
Too
things
young?
happen.
They want an old fella?
Well, they wanted like mid to late 50s.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm mid
You
to
don't
early
look-
50s.
Yeah. You
So I'm
don't
the
look
wrong
that
side
old.
of the mid-50s.
No.
And all the other
come on,
guys,
we
yeah,
hope you
they
get
all
it.
had this white hair. And,
That'd be kind of
Oh,
cool,
yeah.
though. Still, go over. So your job's taking you all over the world, right?
yeah, and I mean, even in this country, that's why I like the job because I like wearing period costumes. The locations that you get to go to, some of the buildings that you'd probably never ever dream of going or think of going. Like for
being
example,
allowed in.
like the Masonic Lodge in London. I did the Pentaveret in there, and that was really good. I did the prison down in Dover for the Sex Pistols, Danny Ball's Sex Pistols thing that's streaming now on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
Had a little bit.
They're a popular the rock band, right?
Yeah,
And they
it was
were
really good.
more prominent late 80s, early 90s kind of thing? Or even before that?
70s,
Are they in the
70s, early
70s?
80s.
Is that far back? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm getting old.
yeah. So yeah, I was in episode 3 of that. Just had a little bit
Oh, cool.
as a prison guard authority. So yeah, that's about it at the moment. Nothing immediate. I've got another thing possibly coming in November. I spoke to the guy, messaged me last night. He's just waiting on funding, and then he said we'll shoot my part in November. So fingers crossed for that.
Definitely. We wish you luck. They're crossed. It looked like one finger there, not the right one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're definitely hoping you get that stuff, especially the one in Italy. That'd be kind of cool. I've always wanted to get myself over to Italy,
Yeah.
so it'd be a fantastic opportunity.
I'd love to go to Italy. Yeah,
And can you let us know where?
I don't know how much time I'd get walking around. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess when you're on
Say
shoot,
again?
you're on set. You're not free to kind of go do whatever you want and wander and go.
No, I suppose you know because you're not shooting all day. If it's a day shoot, you'll do your standard 10 hours maybe, and then you'll have the evening to maybe do a little bit of sightseeing. So that would be good.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we hope it works out for you. Why don't you let us know
Very much.
where can the people find you? Are you on Twitter? Are you on YouTube? Do you have a channel going? Are you?
I got removed from Twitter because I said when Jose Mourinho was managing, somebody had tweeted, if West Ham finish above Spurs, then Mourinho should be sent to prison. And I just replied and said, yeah, and Daniel Levy should go to the gallows. And that was it. Bang. Permanent suspension.
I don't know. I don't get the whole Twitter thing. I just recently got on there, and the gallows was it's a death sentence there. That's the easiest way I'm going to put it.
Yeah.
Like death row?
Yes, he was put on. Yeah, basically, he's saying put him on death row. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you
Right.
can. I'm on Instagram at David J Biscoe, and I've got a website, David J Biscoe at Gmail, www.davidjbiscoe.com.
There you go, folks. So if you need to get a hold of David, if you need somebody to come over, do some acting for you, a seasoned actor, then there you go. You get this lovely gentleman who was kind enough to give me and my boys his time today. David, thank you very much for that. We really appreciate
most welcome.
you joining us.
Thank you.
It's been a true treat. So hopefully we'll get you on again in the near future. Since you made the prediction that we are going to end our trophy drought, I'm going to say that the day we lift a trophy, I think you and I, we're going to have to do a stream together the next day so you could say, I told you so.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds good?
Yes, definitely.
Sounds good. Great. Well, David, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
You're welcome, guys. Thanks for having me.
Well,
Especially after coming on after Alistair Gold. So
come on now. Come on. You're still up there. Ali's up there too. We're surrounded by great people. At the end of the day, we're all one Spurs family. Doesn't matter who's at what level. You know, we got YouTubers coming in. We got normal everyday Joes, just like the three of us, right? So it's fantastic. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us and everything. And this is a Spurs community. It's more of a football community and loving a sport and having a passion for something, because God knows the world needs more love and passion right now than it does need more misery and disdain and anger. So we'll just continue to keep positive. And Levy is actually being very positive right now and opening his he's opening up really good. So we'll just hope that he keeps that going. Anything you guys would like to say to David before he leaves us? Nope, not even. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us.
you're welcome, guys. Anytime.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. Let's try that again. Anything you'd like to say to David before he goes?
Yeah.
Oh, just saying. We'll try it again.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll speak to you soon, David.
Bye.
Have yourself a great day. Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Well, that was fun, boys.
Yep.
Wow, our first actor. Our first actor. Look at that. How cool
Our
is
second
that?
actor. We're going right here.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But he doesn't count as a guest. He's a host,
Look at his
and
face.
he's always
Oh my.
acting. This is the days of my life. Okay, but folks, we really hope you enjoyed off the pitch with us. Hope you enjoyed getting to know David a little bit better, like we did. Another great Spurs community member out there. So the more of them, the better that there are. As long as we can try to make the world blue, because red should not be in it at all.
Unless the Canadian flag is.
Unless the Canadian flag. That's the only thing you're allowed to carry that's red is the Canadian flag and the St. George's flag.
And some of your
England's
clothes.
flag has the red cross in it, right? So, but on that note, we are going to wrap this one up for today. So thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoyed getting to know David a little bit better the way we did. We thank him for his time. He told you where you can come find him. So make sure you go and get a hold of him. If you got any acting gigs, anything you need some stage productions done or anything, the man already knows what he's doing. So it's easy. All you got to do is contact him. So please do that. And now this is where they kick me out of the way. And you're just gonna sit on my lap. Okay, that's
All right, you ready?
No.
Oh.
Rock,
Right.
paper, scissors.
I beat you.
No, we're going till I win.
You're going to you win? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Go.
We've only got like 8
That-
minutes
that-
left here before the stream time's out. Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us. And remember, today's studio.
So go for it.
Come on, you Spurs!
Why did you not say that's so big?
Really big.
We sang in France, we sang in Spain, we sing in the sun and we sing in the rain. They tried to stop us, but look what they did. The thing we love most is being a kid, being a kid, being a kid. The thing we love most is being a kid.
Come on, you Spurs!
Make sure to like and subscribe.